TJ Hughes, one-on-one, fast break, Hughes inside, scores! Hands off to Luke Hughes, rips one, he'll score! Left side slot, he scores! Adam Fantilli equalizes it! McGordy! It was McGordy!
Welcome to episode 5 of Wolverine Hockey Wednesdays. If you're here with us live, you're listening to 88.3 WCBN-FM Ann Arbor. If not, thank you for tuning in wherever you get your podcasts. I'm your host, William Gregory, today joined once again by 21-year-old sophomore Luke Beally and fan of St. Louis-style pizza, Kendall Spencer.
Let's go, man. How we doing?
Let's go Red Wings. That's how I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Even after the heartbreaker last night, we'll get into it.
Right.
The Wings are hot.
Yes, they are.
5-1-1, fourth in the NHL in points. But let's talk about the weekend we saw of Michigan hockey. 1-0-1, really 1-1 because they lost in the shootout in the second game against Ohio State. But a big 7-1 victory on Friday the 20th, and a 2-2 tie with that aforementioned shootout loss on Saturday. Josh Ernest has been kind of a revelation as a freshman. He had 2 goals in that game against OSU on Friday. I feel like he has been productive in his short time with the Wolverines, 3 goals already. But it's a lot of the production is still coming from McGordy, Casey, Hughes, Brindley, those freshmen from last year. Nazar kind of counts there that were so productive outside of what Adam Fantilli was doing. So any instant thoughts about this weekend against OSU?
Yeah, I mean, that first game, we saw the flashes of a Michigan Wolverine team that we are familiar with. 7 goals, obviously, but game 2 came back and kind of slowed down the pace a little bit. I think the name of the game in the coming weeks is consistency for the Wolverines. We can see these flashes, obviously, of brilliance from the team, but just need to put a full 60 minutes together that they did on Friday's game.
Yeah. That was
Nice.
good. Sorry, I don't have anything to add to that.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you talk about how it was complete, and it's not like the second one I feel is still important
Absolutely.
in that the goaltending situation has kind of been tough up until this past weekend. You let up 4 goals apiece in the games against Providence, average of 4 goals against UMass, and then only 3 this weekend total after allowing 16 the previous 2 weekends. I think that's a crucial development, especially in the opening weekend of Big Ten play. But maybe that means that, as always, seemingly the Big Ten is a little overrated.
Right.
In comparison to the rest of the country, given that it was 2 Eastern, I think EHC, whatever that conference is, East Coast Hockey Conference, something like that, that Providence and UMass are in. Maybe it's ECAC. Who cares? I think, well, it goes without saying the Wolverines have had trouble against teams outside of the Big Ten in postseason play, but they welcome in Lindenwood this weekend. I'll be on the call Friday night. I don't know if you guys are on either of those games.
No, sir.
I will be at
No.
work.
Yeah. So I don't know. Should be fun.
Woo.
Yeah. Lindenwood.
Lindenwood. It's so weird that they're D1 now because that was a school where everyone from my high school went. None of them are listening, so I'll say it. When they really weren't good enough to play college sports, but it was right there and they always needed people.
Like what kind of sports are we talking about?
Anything.
Do they have
Any
a football team?
college. Yes.
Oh.
Any
I gotta
college
look
team.
this up.
That is where they went if they weren't good enough to play Division I sports. Except for like one guy that went to my high school. He plays baseball there. But
It's
so
kinda
it's
like-
always weird that now it's like D1 and like they all got hacked to bits and
Yeah.
half of them are probably not there anymore.
They moved D1 last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the football program started in 1990.
Okay. Well, that's.
I don't know why
recent
Lindenwood's like, oh, it was a former women's college until like 1969.
There you go.
That's probably why all the athletics started so late.
With that being said, though, Michigan needs to put 2 full games together this weekend and show out on the defensive side of the puck. Second game, obviously, we had already covered it. Michigan needs to play somewhat unconventional style than what we're used to. Michigan's a powerhouse offensive team as of last year. And this year we need to tighten up on the D end. So I need to see that out of them this weekend. But we should wallop Lindenwood this weekend.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think
nothing else to add.
I'm just looking at Lindenwood. In 2012, they played in the Mineral Water Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Against Winona State.
Nice.
Which is,
Where is that?
Excelsior Springs, Missouri. At Roosevelt Field, which is a high school field.
Yeah, I know.
All right. All right.
This is a Kendall-coded start so far.
Love it.
So, we talked a little bit about Michigan hockey. There's just not a lot on a weekly show about hockey when the Wolverines only play once a week or twice a week, but one series. So we're going to talk about the NHL.
Let's do it.
And namely the Detroit Red Wings, who Luke and I both a few episodes ago talked about as a sneaky playoff team. And I think, obviously, there's 75 games left, but they're 5-1-1.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's 6 straight games of points for the Wings last night. Got into some penalty trouble. Down 3-1 entering the third period. Came back, tied the game.
2 Jane Schwartz goals. Former
right.
Blue.
Anyway.
I miss him.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, you know what? It's relevant.
It is, but we were down 3-1. Potted 2 in the third. Potted 3 in the third. I'm sorry. We were up 4-3. Took a couple stupid penalties in the last couple minutes. Seattle capitalized. Tucked one. Went to overtime and lost with 5 seconds left. It was a defeating loss for sure. I'm not usually one to blame the officiating, but I was not a fan of some of the calls from last night's game.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was watching Game 7, Philadelphia versus Arizona in the NLCS. But I tried to catch the end of it. I just couldn't. The Wings are currently tied in goal differential with the defending champion Vegas Golden Knights. The Red Wings are leading the NHL in goals scored by 7. No team has more than 27. They have 34. Team like Carolina, though, 27 goals for, 33 goals allowed. That's a tough neighborhood to be living in. But the Wings, I think, have scored 4+ in every game. DeBrincat and Larkin Larkin is second in points in the NHL, and DeBrincat is third. And I think that pairing has been extremely satisfying for kids our age across Metro Detroit.
Yes, I had harped on this a couple weeks ago on one of our Wednesdays. I needed to see goal scoring out of the first line. That Larkin, DeBrincat, Raymond, sometimes Perron line. I needed goals, and they're delivering right now. Same with the first power play unit. We got Perron, Larkin, DeBrincat, Seider, Gostisbehere. That line is firing at about 40% on the power play, and you literally cannot ask for more from that line. It's fantastic.
DeBrincat with 9 goals leads the NHL. Just a lot of good stuff going on for the Wings. A better start to the year than I can even remember. Quick note, Jonathan Quick leads in goals allowed per game, which is kind of funny.
What?
Yeah.
How many has he played this year?
Probably like 1 game.
Right. Shutout or 1 or something?
See. No, 2.
2, okay.
With probably 1 goal allowed. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
19 total saves.
Who's he even on? Is he on the Jackets anymore?
No, the Rangers.
Yeah, okay, right.
I don't know.
He won a couple of Vegas last year, too.
They don't sort it with because like Reimer is second in save percentage, but he doesn't start.
He played 1 game.
Yeah, he doesn't start every game.
Right.
Olmark's up there with Swayman, so that's kind of fun. I don't like that the Brewers are fun though. Binnington.
There you go.
Binnington.
What a guy.
9.45 save percentage.
I mean,
this
that's
is
good.
Riveting
is he
stuff.
back? Question mark.
No, he's not. But good start to the year.
I ended that with question mark, so I don't think I was being serious.
Okay, well. Sorry.
Adam Fantilli, 4 points.
Wow. Okay.
Connor Bernard, 4 points.
Yeah, he had a goal called off last night. It was a rocket, too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it was a nice shot.
Logan Cooley showing who actually is at the top, 5 points to lead all rookies.
Yeah, man. He looked good in preseason, too. I don't know if you saw that clip of him going like end to end, but he's shown out. I've been impressed by him.
Well, in Minnesota's the only college with 2 of these guys. They got Nyes, too, in the top 10.
Right.
I don't know. What are we looking for? We're just talking about the Wings. Sorry, Kendall.
It's basically half of the Blues anyway, so it's...
Yeah, I guess that's a fun...
Are you
thing to
satisfied
have.
with the Blues? That's what we're asking.
They are a hockey team that plays hockey games.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't
So
even
that would
what
be
are
a
No
they?
no.
one is no one is expecting us to be very good this year. Me, definitely not. And still, I'm upset. But like, also, they've won probably more games than they should have. They only lost to the Stars in OT. They beat the Kraken. They beat
Kraken
the
are like
Penguins.
2-5.
Yeah, but you know what? We should been. We lost to Arizona.
Nice.
Lost to the Jets last night.
I'm looking at the Sharks are 0-5-1.
Who do we have on the slate tonight, by the way?
Let me check.
But yeah, I don't know. They're not going to be good.
We play the
Everyone
Oilers
knows that.
tomorrow or something like that.
The Wings?
No, Winnipeg. I was thinking
Oh,
Canadian.
yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah. Right.
Winnipeg tomorrow.
Right. That's Star Wars night, by the way.
Today, only Caps Devils. On
Okay.
on TNT and HBO Max.
Oh.
How does
Yeah,
that
they've
work?
been doing that. I don't
Okay.
know.
Did you see Ovechkin had 14 shots on net last night?
Didn't he get one finally?
He potted one. But, I mean, for you to even think about putting
Yeah.
14 shots on net is ridiculous. So
Well,
good for
Jack
him.
Hughes leads the NHL in points for the Devils. The
I
Capitals
know.
Capitals are last in goals scored at 8, I think. No, it was 6. What did I just see? Something like that. Something stupid.
Yeah, Jack Hughes is good, man. I think he took that leap this year. Watching him against the Wings had issues gapping up with him. Didn't want to respect him really, and he was just shooting pucks from wherever, and ended up getting 2 and I think a couple assists or something. But yeah, he's good.
Well, so the Wings, I mean, a whole lot of not ball, but a whole lot of season to play. Only the Bruins are better in the Atlantic. Tampa, maybe a step back.
Yeah, they'll get back in the midseason. Vasilevsky back in the lineup.
I think the Wings have taken a lot of what the Senators could have done. Maybe Senators at 6 in the Atlantic right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And that must have been a great feeling for DeBrincat too, to hand the Senators a couple of losses.
and then the Metro, kind of middling. The Blue Jackets have 7 points,
Okay.
4th in the division, tied for 2nd. Like, I don't know. I thought they were supposed to be bottom feeders.
Right. That's
Pens
not,
are bad.
you know.
Pens are 2nd to last in the division,
Oof.
sharing territory with the Blues. Well, the Oilers are 2nd to last in the Pacific.
Look, as a Wings fan, it's so good to see the Penguins lose.
Always. It's good to see any of these. Like, what's an Eastern Conference team you actually like?
An Eastern Conference team I like.
Like not on a for the future, but
Like just
That
don't,
you-
like
okay,
genuinely
okay.
have
that
warm
you
feelings
root
for.
Yeah.
Okay. So if
For
I had to pick
me-
one Eastern team, is that what you're asking?
Yes,
Okay. You go first.
Carolina.
Really?
Something just about them. I
What
don't
they
know.
do, man? What's wrong with them?
I just
Yeah.
feel like I don't know. I
No,
don't
because
feel
like
like
I
they're-
can't do the Bruins, Leafs, Lightning, Canadians,
You can just wax out the whole Atlanta.
I feel like that's
basically.
just like I don't know. That wouldn't have
Rangers,
been my
and I don't
answer.
care about them.
I feel like I could put the Blue Jackets up there because they just don't do anything. How do
Yeah,
How do you
it'd be
hate
cool.
them or
They're
how do
kind of
you
like the
like them?
Hornets of the NHL.
right?
They're trying to recreate Michigan hockey, so
That's
There's that, too.
That is also true.
Yeah, Brindley gets there next year.
But yeah,
See what happens.
man, the Eastern, not a lot of fan favorite teams on that side for me. And it's sad to see the Bruins start 6-0. I don't want them to leave off where they, left off.
Well, they didn't win anything really.
You're right, but I mean they were good,
Yeah, what did they win? 73.
something like that. And
who?
Bruins.
the Boston Bruins.
Oh. Like Cups didn't.
What?
I don't know what
They
we're
didn't win
talking
the
about.
cup. That's
They
for
lost
No,
sure.
in
yeah,
the-
they lost in the first
Right.
round. I didn't know what we were talking about.
65, 12, and 5. Is there 20?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty. That's good.
I was thinking 73 because the NBA.
Okay, yeah, you're thinking about the
Historically
Warriors.
good, I thought.
Is it? I think that is the most wins in NHL.
Yeah, they beat the Lightning.
Doesn't
And I
matter.
think the Wings tied with them or something.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, President's Trophy.
Doesn't matter.
It's cursed.
I don't think it's been like since the Wings. I think since a President's Trophy team won the cup.
I could not tell you.
No, the Blackhawks.
Ugh,
Gross.
yeah,
Mm.
with you on that one.
Gross.
Yuck.
Last in the Central, by the way. Good. Stay there.
How are you below the Blues? How do you have Connor Bedard and you're below the Blues and the Blues have played 2 less games? I know that's not going to be, like, they'll figure it out or whatever, but, like, funny, okay? I enjoy it. He's going to terrorize my stupid team for the next 20 years, and I just want to get one laugh out of it at least.
Look, I don't want to hear it. We had to deal with Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews in the early 2000s to late 2000s. They terrorized us.
And
They
Crosby.
terrorized
And Crosby
everybody.
and Malkin.
They terrorized the Blues,
No.
too.
Because the Blues are not relevant.
To me, what? This isn't about relevance.
It is, though.
What, society? Because if them terrorizing the Wings is relevant to you, wouldn't that be relevant to me if it's the Blues?
No. Because the Blues were bad.
Nationally terrorized.
Yes.
Okay. And he's gonna, and he's gonna nationally terrorize you again. And now I'm looking forward to it.
I was at Kids Club at the Grosse Pointe Yacht Club. It was,
boo-hoo.
Well,
What's wrong with her today, man?
Lots of things.
it was.
No one asked me what Eastern Conference team I like.
What is your favorite Eastern Conference team?
The Canadians.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean,
What are
that's
you
why we
doing?
didn't ask.
They're not good. It's fun.
What are you,
It's
a
fun.
Yankees fan too?
No.
We'll go to the Western Conference then. Who's your favorite Western
Kraken.
Conference?
Yeah, I
That
guess
aren't
that
the
would work.
Blues?
Yeah, that would work for you.
That aren't the Blues,
yeah.
it's the Kraken.
But I was.
Because they have Jaden Schwartz, who is my favorite hockey player ever.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? That was an explanation that made sense.
But Jaden Schwartz being your favorite player of all time is like, anyway, we'll move on.
Sorry.
Who's your favorite player?
Should I
of
have
all
said
time, Luke?
Gretzky?
My favorite player of all time?
Yeah. I'd probably have to say Alex DeBrincat.
Yeah, you listen to that? That's a better answer than Jaden Schwartz.
No, I got to think of mine.
Which one scored 2 playoff hat tricks and won a cup?
Okay, so my favorite player of all time. Do you know?
I have 2. No, I have 3.
Okay, go ahead.
And they're all shaped by personal experiences.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't say all time. I just said
Currently?
currently.
Yeah.
You did say all time, by the
No,
way.
I didn't mean it.
There are 3 wings.
Okay.
2 of them are captains, former captains.
Okay.
And then one of them is just also related to the Grosse Pointe Yacht Club thing.
Okay.
They used to go there a lot. Kirk Maltby gave me a signed mini stick.
Oh.
His wife played tennis with my mom.
Okay.
So I was always rooting for Kirk Maltby whenever he was on the ice.
Okay, that's a good pick.
And then I played Legos with Henrik Zetterberg one time. My friend, his dad was a dermatologist for the Wings. And so Henrik came on his boat. And I played Legos with his son, my friend, and Henrik. So
Nice.
that's why. So I love Zetterberg beyond his accomplishments on the ice. And then I think it was last opening day. I was in a box, and Nick Lidstrom came up to me and asked me and my friend how we thought the first period went during the intermission.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just, like.
And what'd you say? Was he impressed with your answer?
I forget what I said. I think we were beating the Blue Jackets. Figures. Every Red Wings game I go to is either against the Blue Jackets or the Lightning. Guaranteed. But just the fact that like one of the best defensemen of all time was asking me how the game was going.
Right.
And I mean, that was last year. It's not like I was a kid and that shaped my opinion about him.
Okay.
Lidstrom obviously thought he was sweet when he played.
Right. So besides Lidstrom, I'll pick.
Oh, I was going to give you more time to think. Just if I could.
No. I got it.
Okay. I was going to say mine.
So I'm going to go Nicholas Kronwall
Also a good pick.
and Pavel Datsyuk.
Nice.
My favorite, like, historic Blue is Brett Hull.
Okay, that's a good pick. I mean, I'm not a Brett Hull fan, but I appreciate the pick.
Him or Chris Pronger.
Okay. That's fine. It's better
Who's
than
your
Jane
favorite
Schwartz.
Wolverine that you've seen play?
I've seen play.
In a Michigan uniform.
In
so
a
like
Michigan
not
uniform.
retro guys.
I liked Kent Johnson a lot. He was really good.
Blue Jacket.
So I guess I'll pick Kent Johnson.
I'll take another Blue Jacket, Adam Fantilli. He's so exciting to watch. A guy, a skillful forward that can bang bodies and make plays. It's so exciting. I love it.
He was good. I just had better memories going to hockey games freshman year than I did last year, and so Ken Johnson.
Okay. Yeah, I think I went to more as a sophomore 2 years ago than I did last year. Last year was a lot of coverage, so
who's your
forever and always Marcus Stoppa.
Oh,
will never change.
I'm buddies with Marcus Stoppa.
I know. I think we talked about this before, but he just St. Clair.
He is.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. I actually love his style of play, by the way.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes.
I think he's like an enforcer, but not. He's a 21st century enforcer to me.
You covered that perfectly. When I grew up playing with that kid, and I was on the penalty kill, I wanted Mark on my penalty kill all the time because this kid was gonna literally fly around the ice, bang bodies, and he's always a high effort kid. So I love him.
Yeah, Michigan's Probert / McCarty.
I love that.
Him and Holtz. That's what they are.
I love it.
We still got like 10 minutes. And I don't know what we're going to talk about. We can switch gears. Even though this is a hockey podcast.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
What's on everybody's mind? Astros get beat. Phillies get beat.
I'm just thinking about the Game of Thrones books again, so someone else come up with something.
Yeah, sure. We'll go. The Phillies are an exciting baseball team to watch at home, but I'm glad they lost.
And why is that?
Because it is Philly.
Yeah, but like I was talking, I had a few friends over and we watched the game last night. And I think having the World Series in a ballpark like Chase Field, which is where the Diamondbacks play,
right,
one of the worst parks in baseball, like sewage goes on the field.
Right.
And it's a lot of like retired people. It's kind of similar to Michigan Stadium.
Oh, well, come on now.
No, not Yost. Yost is always bumping.
Yeah, I got you.
But Chrysler and the Big House are maybe not bumping as much.
Okay, I got a question for you. We're gonna switch it up again. Who is the best hockey player of all time then? The GOAT.
Why don't you go first?
Gordy.
What?
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
I have to say Gordy.
And why is that?
Just vibes.
Just vibes.
I think I found Wayne Gretzky's SNL sketches to be funny.
I think he does a good job on TNT too with the crew.
Yeah, no, I think, but Gordy just doing what he did for so long, I know that it's janitor era, whatever. Like you can say that. I don't care. What he did for Detroit, playing for one team. Well, I mean, like he played for other teams, but it was when he was like 55 years old.
That is true. It's like Jaromir Jagr effect.
That speaks further to his accomplishments. But like when he was a wing in his prime, he's like it's Gordie Howe.
Okay, Kendall, do you have a pick? Don't say a blue either.
Well, he was a blue for 18 games.
I was going to say.
Because I'm just going to say Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
Because he was a blue for 18 games. And he loved it so much, like he lived there for a long time. So they got him for a playoff run, and then I don't remember who the goalie was, but got hurt. And so they didn't go very far because the goalie was the only thing keeping them together. So he played 18 games as a blue. But he really liked St. Louis. He talks about it all the time.
Okay.
And obviously, he's Wayne Gretzky. He also has one of the best, arguably, epic rap battle of history, if anyone cares, him versus Tony Hawk.
Was that is it somebody playing him, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's him, like he's the character.
Okay.
Versus Tony Hawk?
Yeah. It's great.
So is it like supposed to be two goats of their sport or something?
Yes.
Okay.
It's excellent. I'd recommend everyone go listen to it.
Jordan Gretzky. That makes more sense. They both like played at the same time.
Instead of Gretzky, Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Tony Hawk, respectable. I love Tony Hawk. He's great.
Because Jordan was already in an epic rap battle of history earlier.
Against LeBron?
No, Muhammad Ali.
Oh.
That's another.
Right.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well,
Yeah, no. I'll tell you right now.
I'm up to date
who
on
the best hockey player of all time is. The GOAT is Gretzky, sure. But the best player to ever put on skates is Connor McDavid.
I think you better say Connor Bedard.
I don't disagree with you. It's just
you can't.
It's just early.
What are your Ovi opinions?
I think Ovi is the greatest goal scorer of our generation.
Okay.
But McDavid is the best all-around hockey player to ever live. literally every time you see that guy on the ice, something crazy is about to happen. He is so exciting to watch. But the Oilers can't do anything.
Yeah, they stink.
Right. If he wins a couple cups, he will be the GOAT.
He's going to win one first.
I honestly think he could go his entire career without winning one and still get discussions. Just because hockey is behind and still need to win cups.
Who would be a comparable in that, in like all the sports? I can't.
Who, McDavid?
It's like Trout.
The best player of all time that didn't win anything.
Ooh.
Trout
is probably
comparable, but he's kind of fallen off now. He's hurt a lot.
Yeah.
He's a little bit worse. He's still like a Hall of Famer, but not what we saw him doing before. I'm trying to think of a quarterback.
Let's see here. A lot of NBA guys never won, like Chris Paul.
Allen Iverson. Chris Paul might win this year. I watched a little bit of that Warriors game. They look good, and they are confident about how good they look.
Yeah. Do you think Kevin Durant's the greatest scorer of the NBA?
According to
Sure, but I don't like him. I don't care about him.
Okay, I got you.
According to NBC Chicago, the best quarterback that never won a Super Bowl was Dan Marino.
Justin Fields.
It was Justin Fields. Kobe wrote this.
Yeah.
Wait, I wasn't even
Marino.
Dan Marino.
Okay, Dan Marino. Sure.
Laces out. I think that.
What do you think?
I think that McDavid just won't ever win one.
I think he'll win if he leaves the Oilers.
Should he go to the Kings?
Which,
like Gretzky?
Just recreate.
Just recreate Gretzky's career.
Or no,
but
he can come to Detroit too.
Well,
that's fine.
yeah, he won cups in Edmonton, Gretzky. So
yeah, but in like inverse. So wherever he goes, that Gretzky
the
didn't win a cup. The Blues. He's going to go to the Blues, and they're going to win the cup.
5
Obviously not.
Wow.
But wouldn't that be?
I just want. Speaking of recreations, I just want the Red Wings to recreate whatever we were doing when we were kids, just signing every Hall of Famer. That's what I want.
25 years of playoffs.
That was nuts. Because I remember when everyone was like, well, I agree, like, tear it down. But then it sucked. Not going to the playoffs.
Man.
And you have, like, Riley Sheehan scoring the last goal at the Joe.
Okay, look, I got a question for you. I got a question. What do you think about... Okay, so... The the Q, Major Junior in Quebec, they banned fighting. Thoughts?
My sister did an entire school presentation about should fighting be allowed in hockey, and this is a couple of years old, but it's actually worse. I don't think it's a problem in the Q. I think they're teenagers, and they don't need to be fighting. Well, they don't need to be fighting.
Okay, sure.
I'm not saying they shouldn't, but they don't need to be. And it's actually worse for players if there are no fights, especially star players.
So should fighting be allowed?
Yes.
What's the reasoning for that? Because they would just
you can just head hunt. It's like why Gretzky had McSorley, because you knew if you wanted to go after Gretzky, you had McSorley coming after you. So it's stuff like that. If there's no fighting, there's really no
that makes sense.
Encouragement. I mean, there's like fines, suspensions, that type of stuff, but there's really nothing imminent and painful.
Yeah, and I mean the way that the NHL has set it up, I think, is effective, in that it's like, we will let you fight. There are some penalties, but they're not too harsh, like every other sport.
They understand it's a part of the game.
Everyone loves it.
Yes.
Like when the Red Wings and the Lightning break out and have some fun, that's fun. When Michigan does it, it's fun. It's really fun when Michigan, especially like the last 2 years.
I know something about college fighting is just fun, man.
Well, because you see yourself.
Oh yeah, in the
kids,
right? Canadian colleges allow their kids to fight, by the way.
Like just.
Yeah, they wear visors. They don't have cages, and fighting's legal.
Well, it's like you can get some pops in the Big Ten,
but they're not as fun.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's fair.
Anyways, episode 5, a little bit of a ramble. Next week, hopefully, we're going to have some members of the Michigan Daily Hockey Beat, which should be a lot of fun. This week, more of a laid-back thing. Red Wings going to the Cup, I think. I could say that firmly.
I love it.
For Kendall Spencer, Luke Beally, I've been William Gregory. Make sure to tune in next week, next Wednesday, 6 o'clock, normal time. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, and as always, go blue.